Hi, my name is Jade, and this is Haphazardly. And this episode is essentially a prime example of why I called it haphazardly because, someone that was like really put together and the opposite of haphazardly, they would not have just skipped 2 weeks of doing this or 2 weeks of their lives. But also, someone that's haphazardly would just like not do it at all, which honestly, this is kind of haphazardly. But I'm trying to be half. I'm trying to just be half of it, okay, guys? If you're confused what I'm talking about, it's that I told myself I was like, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna post twice a week. I'm gonna do it every week. Like nothing's gonna stop me. And here we are, 2 weeks later, and I haven't posted anything on my podcast. So that's good. It's really good. If you want to know what I've been doing in the meantime, I've been wallowing in self-pity, hating my body and myself, thinking I'm fat and disgusting pig, feeling like I can't get up and do anything, and just generally contemplating every aspect of my life and feeling terrible about myself. What a fun time off. I also had the stomach flu and was vomiting and had diarrhea with a fever. So that's what I've been up to. And honestly, it's okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so bad at following through on things. Like, so bad. And honestly, this might be a better topic for a different episode because today I wanted to talk about like body image and food and all that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of feeling like I want to talk about goal setting. So I'm going to talk about goal setting instead. So, I mean, you know that, it says it in the title. Why am I explaining it to you? Anyway, like I just said, I told myself I was going to do all these things. I was like, I'm going to, like, oh my gosh, hold on. I'm going to read you what I wrote down. Just because I have zero discipline. Zero discipline. None. Zippo zip. None. I struggle to follow through on anything. Even though I really, really want to. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But like deep down I don't want to and just like choose not to. There's something inside my brain that I can't pinpoint that just makes me fail every single time. And I'm assuming it's that I have no discipline. And there's no structure in my life. But anyway, let's look at the goals that I wrote down for this quarter of the year. So my planner, it gives me sections for like yearly goals and then quarterly goals. So quarterly goals would be like, I think it was October through December. And I'm just gonna go over what my quarterly goals were and if I achieved them or not. And then we'll talk about why I think that I failed epically and how I feel about that and what my goals I've created for the new year coming up are. I have so many ideas planned to try to help myself be in line with what I want for the new year and videos I'm going to make for it. And I'm so motivated right now to do it. The problem is that I run off of motivation. And you know all those TikToks that are like, it's not about motivation. People always ask me, how do you stay so motivated to do that? And it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. And I'm like, that's when I realized that I have none. I run off motivation. Like, I completely run off motivation. And even though, like, deep down I have, like, strong motivation to do it, I have more motivation to, like, watch TV. And I don't even know. Sometimes it just feels like something in my brain and my body is just stopping me. And honestly, I think it's insecurity and, like, a fear of failure. Wow, I got really deep into this really fast. It's 6 minutes in. What? It's like not even 6 minutes. It's like 3 minutes in. And I'm already like telling you all the deep-seated thoughts that go on in my mind and all my problems right off the bat. But hey, you know what? That's what this podcast is for. It's what I made it for. It's just to just be so blatantly honest and open. Which, in real life, I get a lot of slack for doing that. And I don't like that I get a lot of slack for doing that because, like, I like people that are open and honest. When I meet someone and they're, like, excessively honest with me right off the bat about their lives, to an extent, I think they're so cool. And I have to do it in the right way too. Like if I meet someone that seems like they just need help, then it's, like red flag. But if I meet someone, they're just like super open about their struggles and similarities to me, I'm like, oh, like we can be friends. That's really cool. And that's the way you connect with people. Like being fake and putting up this like front to like wait till people get to a certain point to share parts of yourself that everyone experiences. Like I'm not gonna go up to someone and like trauma dump on them. I might tell them I have trauma, but like I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get my book out and we're gonna get back on topic, which is goal setting. Here she is. I got it from Target. I actually really like it, and it was only $14. I get so irritated because so many planners are like $60. I'm like, girly, budgeting is in my goals, so like, not gonna be buying your $60 planner that's exactly the same as this one with like extra spots to fill in that I know in my head I'm gonna look at and go, I'm gonna do all of that. I know I will. That's why I'm gonna buy this one, because I know that I will. And then just never do it. So I wasted my money. Get the cheaper one. This is a great one. Why would you listen to me? Why would you listen to me telling you that this is a great one when I honestly have failed at every goal I have set for myself this year? Every goal. Oh, okay, let's pull it up. I'm so ashamed of all of this. Like, it's so sad. All right, here we go. I don't know if I should show that on camera. All right. The main goal on the top of this page, so there's 11 subcategory goals, and there's one main goal for the year. And I did not achieve it, and it's my same goal that I want to set for this new year. Which, honestly, this is a really good example for teaching people about how to set goals, which, like, I don't know why you, like, here's the problem. This is what I was talking about when I did my mental health episode, when I was saying that you can have all the educational information and read all the books and listen to all the motivational speakers and learn everything and have all the knowledge, but if you don't genuinely have something change within yourself and put that discipline in place, nothing will change. And I'm saying that because I know that, because I can sit here and I can genuinely help someone else. I look stupid hunching over like this, don't I? I can sit here and like genuinely help someone by teaching them effective goal setting, and I can create effective goals. But if I'm not choosing to follow them and choosing to actually try and be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to happen. Like, I have all the knowledge. This is my job. And I think that I'm very capable at teaching people and being a service to others as a life coach and therapist. But for myself, I obviously have some sort of flaw that I need to work out this year so that I can be successful. This has been my goal since freshman year of college, so 2018, January 2018 would be like midway into my freshman year of college. And this has been my goal since then. And if I'm being honest, the only time that I ever achieved it was in 2020 because I was home all the time. And I think I actually did really good in 2020. Like, it sounds terrible to say because it was a horrible year, but like, I did great. I was thriving. I was doing so well. I felt so, I just did great. I felt good. And every other year other than that, it's just been terrible. And every year I say I'm going to do the same goal. I'm just teasing you now. Let's talk about what the goal is. Okay. Maintain and develop a well-rounded, wellness-based routine and stick to it. I have no routine. I have zero routine, and I have not had a single routine this entire year. I wish that I kept all the papers of me writing out new routines just so that I could show you how many times I've tried to do it and epically failed. Every time. And I know what it's called. I know exactly what it is that is preventing me from achieving it. It's lack of discipline, too high of expectations. Like, I'm putting too many things on the list thinking I can get them done. It's just not possible. Like, I'm thinking too big picture, and I need to think more baby steps and generalize insecurity and fear of failure, I think. Like, part of me, I think, is just like self-sabotaging. so that I don't succeed because I don't think I'm worthy of it or something like that. I don't know. Dark, but I don't know. So, some of the subcategories for this year that I wanted to have as my goal is to exercise consistently, which I did not do. I exercised consistently from like February until April, and then I didn't anymore. And then I exercised consistently from June to July, like all of June, all of July, some of August. And then I did it again. October, I did really good, and then I stopped again, and I haven't exercised consistently since. So it's like these bouts of doing good with it. Jeez, every time I talk about stuff like that, I'm like, do I have bipolar? But I really think it is just like a motivational based issue. Anyway, next is create a healthy relationship with food and eating. This year, I've had probably the worst relationship with food and eating that I've ever had. And I think that the fact that this is a goal of mine shows that I have, people always say, like, appreciate your body now because 20 years down the road, you're going to look back and hate that you were being mean to yourself about it because you're going to just keep getting saggier and wrinklier and bigger and whatever because that's what bodies do. And you never appreciate it in the moment. I think it's the same with me and food. I never appreciated my relationship with food when I was a teenager. And then I grew up and I was like, oh, but all these girls look like they have better relationships with food. Why isn't mine like that? Like, here's the thing with the food one, which I could do a whole episode on food. I decided I want to fix this, and I've been wanting to fix this all year, and I actually took some actionable steps this past, month to try to do that by starting with a therapist, and I just decided I'm going to track my calories. Because, here's the thing, I was really scared to track my calories and macros because I thought it would initiate more eating disordered behaviors, but honestly, it showed me that I've been eating really good this whole time. I tracked my macros and the meals that I eat, and I eat the same meals, like the same handful of meals. I eat them all the time. I tracked my macros. I literally just did it yesterday. It was the first time, and today, and they're all like really good macros and calories. They're like perfectly on par with what I'm supposed to be eating for like living healthy, and they're good foods. Like, why was it's showing me that like my food, it's not about what I'm eating. Like, the food that I'm eating is good. It's my perception of it that is making it unhealthy. And the other thing that it made me notice is that the food that I'm eating in general, even like when I have the small snacks, is good. It's when I binge eat desserts that it's causing me problems. And I'm going to be honest, I gained 15 pounds this year. So the exercising and having a good relationship with food, down the toilet. And it's not like I gained 15 pounds of muscle. I gained 15 pounds of fat. Like, I got these babies now. My stomach's sticking out a little bit farther. Like, I don't hate my body every day. Sometimes I think I look like a curvy, sexy queen. But, like, I gained weight because I was binge eating full bags of candy and buckets of ice cream and full Pillsbury trays of cookies and those rolls of cookies within like 2 days. I ate my entire wedding cake within the 4 days after the wedding. And I would like binge eat just carbs because my anxiety would make my stomach not feel good. When your stomach doesn't feel good, you want to only eat foods that are like not going to upset your stomach. So that means bland. And most bland foods are carbs like rice. So then I would eat just like full rice cookers of rice within like 24 hours. So I would just do too much of this unhealthy stuff. And then I started to think that everything I'm doing is unhealthy, but like tracking my stuff showed me it's not. So that's something I want to carry with me when I create my goals for next year. Next is prioritize my marriage, which I don't really know what that means because I didn't get married till September, and that only left 4 months of the year to prioritize marriage. So I don't really know what what that means. Like, maybe it meant like focusing on my wedding, which I did. So whatever, I guess I achieved that one, maybe. Get another pet. Milo! Get My next goal was to get another pet, and I did. We achieved it. You're one of my only actual goals that I achieved. Yay. This is Milo. He's our new kitty cat. He's a very good boy. He thinks he's a dog. He plays with Moose a lot and follows me around the house. And he loves the cuddles. Next, develop a balanced routine. Failure. We've already talked about this. I have no routine. I wake up. I've been sleeping like 10 to 11 hours every single night without failure. And it's not like I need that many hours of sleep, or and it's not like I'm exercising every day and being exhausted. I need 8 hours of sleep. Honestly, like 7.5. But I've been sleeping 10 or 11 every day, and it's making me angry. So failed at developing a routine. 0 routine. All right. Next would be prioritizing spiritual growth, which I'm going to be honest, I do think that I did this year. I think that I grew a lot in my spirituality. I don't think that I did it in the way that I was hoping to. Like, I thought developing my spiritual growth would be like, every morning I sit down with my cup of coffee and I grab my journal and I read my Bible and I research things on the internet about God and like journal it all down. I do it every single day, and I sit on the floor and I bow my head and I pray every morning for 10 minutes. And I did none of that. I also didn't meditate every day, which was like part of that developing my spiritual growth thing. I don't know why I wrote develop spiritual growth. That doesn't, oh, or no, it says prioritize spiritual growth, whatever. Anyway, I didn't do that every day. I did do it more often, and I have a big heart for wanting to do it. And I think that I've been going outside in nature more this year and like really like feeling the energy around me. And I've been researching religion a ton, which I know I keep talking about. I need to do an episode on that because girlies, I am passionate and have so many things I want to talk about with that. I could talk about it nonstop. I tell everyone I meet about that. I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I know that in my heart I've had a lot of spiritual growth. So like my expectations were set really high, so I felt negative about my accomplishment of this. But when I really look deep inside myself, I know that I did really grow spiritually. Make our home our home. Do you see all the empty picture frames behind me? I honestly think I've done a pretty good job of making our house feel homey, so I'm going to say that I achieved that. The problem is that I never achieved, like, organizing it in the way that I thought. Like, this time last year, we didn't have the house quite yet. We owned it, but we didn't close and, like, we didn't move in until the end of this month last year. So at this time, I was, like, making all these plans, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna like deep clean everything before we move in, like everything, all the nooks and crannies. And then I'm going to move sections of the house in at a time and make them really organized. It's not organized. We have so much crap here, and I just need to get rid of it because, like, I was so mentally unstable that I didn't have the capacity to go through and organize things before I moved out of my parents, and now I just need to do that, which I'm going to make a whole series on YouTube of vlogs of me preparing our house for the new year to set myself up for success by just like purging a bunch of stuff that we don't need from here and deep cleaning, because there's something that humans, and me in particular, like really do well with when it's like a fresh clean slate. So like cleansing is a very human ritualistic behavior to help us create new things in our lives. Next is heal my low back. I think I did okay at doing that. I don't think I achieved it, but I don't think I failed. I think that I worked really hard. I went to physical therapy and whatever, but I didn't actually stick to the routines that I was supposed to keep it good. And I still have low back pain. It's not near as bad as it used to be, so that's awesome, but I don't think I fully achieved that one. So next is start a skincare journey. I did start a skincare journey. And I'm kind of mad at the dermatologist because I feel like it's just like not working, and I feel like they're just lazy. I don't know about you guys, but like when I go to the dermatologist, I literally brought all of my products with me. I was like, listen, I got on a new birth control, it's higher in testosterone, so my skin's becoming more oily, and I'm got more pimples that are coming onto my face, and I'm growing a lot more hair, which is like my nightmare because I'm already a hairy gal, and being on a higher estrogen birth control has stopped some of my hair growth, and so going back to being how I was in like fourth grade has been horrifying. Um, but anyway, the skincare journey is like now I don't feel like my skin's gotten any better. I feel like it's honestly gotten worse. So I don't know. I did it, so I guess I achieved it. Because it's not like I said make my skin look better. I said start my skincare journey, which I did. Um, Next is put full effort into school and internship learning. I tried. I really tried. I didn't try with school. I just basically have done the bare minimum all year long, and I'm not I'm not going to take full blame for that. I think the school's failing me. There's no lectures of people actually talking. It's literally like it's just not built for people with ADHD, which is kind of annoying because I think most people would benefit if they just did long form videos like this, and instead the professors only do these dumb things. You have to like click on the button to make it play, and you have to download it on the specific app, and most of it's just readings. And I'm like, why do I would way rather have you. This is an online course. Give me lectures. Like, give me lectures to listen to, and then I'll go read. So I just haven't done good with that, but whatever. I'm getting good grades, so it's fine. In my internship, I tried. I tried with all my power, my being, to put my best foot forward. And I'm not lying. I'm not going to place the blame on myself at all for this one. The place I interned at just sucked with giving me things to do that were actually going to be keeping me busy. Like today, I'm interning. What do I have to do? I have to call 2 people. I say, listen, I have 2 people left to do. They didn't answer. Now I just have to wait around to call them again later. What can I do in the meantime? You can just work on that. Okay. Whatever. I'm not going to be there next semester, so it's fine. And last but not least, create a garden. Failed. Did not do that one. It's alright though. I'm not mad about that one. I don't even know why I put that on there. A garden's a good goal for this upcoming year. Now that we're like settled into the house, but of those goals, I achieved 5 and I failed 4. So, wait, is that right? Yeah. I achieved 5 of them. I failed 4 of them. So like close to 50-50, which like I know it's not actually 50-50, but like it's real close to 50-50 of achieving my goals and failing my goals. And I'm only being hard on myself. Like it's not a good grade, but like achieving half of my goals out of 10, that's pretty good. I did a good job. And the fact that I thought I could do all 10, that's like that if I were to actually achieve all these goals in the year, I think I would have only been capable of achieving them partially. And I did achieve some of them partially, but like, I think that's because I overspread my expectations. Like, I thought I could do way more instead of focusing in one and giving all my energy to it and really becoming a professional and so balanced in that area. I just spread myself too thin. But why am I sitting here beating myself up because I'm beating myself up because I didn't achieve the routine, exercise, and food goals, which are all based around like image stuff, like my appearance and like how I perceive my value. But I achieved the things that like make me really happy. Like I know that if I had those things would make me happy because of hormones in my brain, like or my neurotransmitters in my brain being like feeling better with dopamine coming through my body. But like I got a cat. He makes me so happy. I put a lot of effort into spending time with him and like doing things like to get the cat. I love him. He makes me so happy. That's a great goal. Why am I not? I literally before coming on here and reading through this was thinking to myself that I failed completely at everything this year. That this year's just been terrible. It's been the worst. I've done so bad. But like I got a cat. I really grew in my spirituality. Like a lot. I made our house our home. And I've been really focused on working on that. And I did start my journeys for like my skincare and my back and like started that thing. And then while I didn't fully achieve them, like I still tried. did pretty good at trying. Like, I really put effort in with both of those things. It's like, why did I come into this hating on myself for not getting the things done that I think that will make me happy? Like, I think if I eat well, exercise consistently, and have a good routine, I'll be that girl. I'll be that girl. I will feel better every day. Nothing will be able to stop me. Like, that's what I perceive as being what I have to do to be good. And I know that a lot of it's social media. I know, because no one's on social media romanticizing the life of a cat lady who stays at home with her cat and her dog every day and decorates her house and is all spiritual guru lady. No one's romanticizing that. I mean, sure, some people probably are, but most people aren't. But like, those are parts of your life that you have to focus on. And I talked about this in my mental health episode, or like my friend's episode. I can't remember, but like, the reality is that we need to take all the things that we want to work on and rotate them, because we can't focus on all of them at once. Like, I can only have 3 things in my line of vision at some point until they go in my peripheral, and then eventually I can't see them, but they're still there. They're still behind me, but I can't focus on all of them at once. There's just too many things to do in life. You have to choose which ones you're going to focus on. And if you're not focusing on all of them at some point, you're going to be off balance. So like, maybe this year my life wasn't meant to be about my body and about my food and about my health. Maybe this year was meant to be about my soul and my spirituality and my home and being a wife. Maybe that's what this year was supposed to be about, was about me changing into that moment in my life. And now that I have this that I focus on, I feel like I've really done well at this, at achieving these roles and accomplishing these goals. Now that I've done good at that, maybe I can rotate those to the back burner and rotate to the front my eating and exercise, and to heal that part of my life. I don't know. That's a good way to look at it. And honestly, I'm going to try to keep that mindset going into the new year, because before I came into this, I felt like I failed this year. Like, I didn't do anything right. I did everything terrible. But I didn't. I did great. I achieved great goals, and I need to be proud of myself, and I need to recognize and give those goals and that effort that I put into those things the applause that they deserve. And you should too. Like, really, like, go at, like, I don't know if you don't have a list like this, it's hard to look back on. So like, this year, make sure you write one down, which is what I'm going to do right now. All right, so I just sat down and made my goals. It was a great time. I'm going to start hating on myself right now because I'm not on the schedule I made for myself. So I need to adjust my schedule. I did not do that yet, but I did make my goals. So I use the app Notion and website Notion to figure my life out. I learned about it from Kristen Yu. So let's see here. I have multiple different sections, but let's start with goals. So my goal is, I have 3 goals. I'm eventually going to add like long-term, not too far, not too soon type of goals. But right now I'm just focusing on this quarter, so 2023, so January through March. So like I said, my main goal is to find balance and peace through routine, which means working out, eating good, and following a schedule. So I wrote them down in Notion, and I made them into SMART goals, which I just was telling Amanda about this, and I know I talked about it in a previous episode, but SMART goals are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. So what you do is you come up with a goal, and then you walk through each of those sections, and you make sure that it follows that structure. There are things that we use in therapy as well as in advertising and marketing campaigns. Like, it's a lot of different areas. You can use it for many different kinds of things. So first, let's go over exercise. So exercise, I have it starting on January 1st, ending on March 31st. I'm going to start doing it in December. However, I'm only doing it in December to like workshop the schedule so that come January, I already have a good baseline of where I need to be, so I don't have to like mess around with it in January and feel like I'm failing. Anyway, all right, so here's the plan. Why I want it. I want it to feel physically healthier, have long-term health, less back pain and back health that's better, feeling stronger, losing body fat, and feeling better in my skin, which I know is controversial. But like I gained a lot of body fat and I'm not feeling great in it. Like I just got all this Gymshark stuff and it fits me, but it's like fitting me kind of tight. Like it's like this is sticking out, like it's pretty tight around up here. I think I gained a lot of weight in my upper body. The leggings all fit really good. I really don't think I gained a lot of fat in my lower body, even my stomach. I think I gained a little bit, but like nothing crazy. I think it's mostly my upper body, then my stomach. And legs, who cares if I gained fat in my legs, honestly? I could care less. I wish I could just gain fat in my legs. That'd be so cool. Anyway. So, here's my SMART goals for exercise. Specific. I want to exercise 5 days a week. That means Monday I rest because I work on Mondays and Fridays. Tuesday I do lower body in the afternoon. Wednesdays I do afternoon again, and I do upper body, so shoulders, triceps, and biceps. I would do back, but like the back machines at my gym are not good, and I don't do well with doing any kind of back exercise with dumbbells because I have low back problems. Thursday we have core and cardio. Friday we rest. Saturday we have lower body and cardio. Sunday we have core and cardio. Why did I say lower body and cardio? Lower body and core. And Sundays we have core and cardio. I'm really trying to focus on my core because my back problems, and a core is like the key to anything you want to do in your life. You need a strong core to be a person, and I don't have one, so that's my focus. So measurable for exercise, I'm new monthly measuring, so progress pictures, measuring my squat, hip thrust, shoulder press, and chest press weights, and then just making note of my energy levels. So realistic, to make sure that I'm keeping this realistic, I have to know that some days I'm not going to be able to do this exactly when I'm supposed to or on what days I'm supposed to, whatever. And I have to be okay with that. So like being able to like move things around and do them on different days, and maybe I don't do all of them. Like maybe I want to work out 5 days a week, but 1 week I just can't, and it's only 4 days a week that I go to the gym and 3 days a week that I'm doing just a walk or yoga or whatever. And I have to be okay with that. Maybe there's some days that I just don't do any of it. And then time. This is a long-term goal. However, I'm focusing on it on a quarterly basis so that when the end of March comes, I can look back and reflect and say, all right, I think I did really good, or I think I struggled in these areas. I want to fix them so I can reassess and make a new quarterly goal. So it's for the whole year, but I'm focusing on the quarter. And then maybe I'll add more back workouts in. Who knows? And then my goal is that by the end of March, I will be moving daily, whatever that is, and exercising 5 times a week so that it is my habits. So what habits do I need to make it? Oh my gosh, what habits do I need to make to achieve my goals? I need to start waking up at 6:30 in the morning because being on a consistent internal clock it's so good for our bodies. And I'm really struggling with that because I'm not a morning person in any capacity. I really thrive at night, but my new internship job on Mondays and Fridays requires me to be there at 8 a.m. So I have to leave by 7:30, which means I want an hour in the morning, so I have to be up by 6:30. So that kind of sucks, but it'll be fine. And then I need to get 8 hours of sleep, which I'm getting way more than that right now. But if I want to wake up at 6:30, I'm going to have to cut down the hours of sleep I'm getting. I need to get ready every day. I've been feeling really terrible about myself. And when I feel terrible about myself, I kind of just say screw it and like don't do anything. Why would I exercise? I'm gross. So getting ready every day really helps me feel better. Like I got ready today and put on my Gymshark sets and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm cute. Geez, putting on clothes that aren't my pajamas and just a little bit of makeup just makes me feel so much better. I need to keep doing that. I also need to eat enough protein to get stronger. I need to continue to eat to fuel myself. And I need to speak kindly to and about myself. And then who can help me achieve this goal for accountability? I have Amanda, the podcast. You guys are going to help me because I'm going to tell you everything. We're going to message each other. We're going to just do this together, you guys. 2023, if you have anything you need accountability for, like let's be accountability buddies. maybe I could like make a thing where like we all meet on Zoom once a week and like talk about it for like 30 minutes and be like, hey, how is everybody doing with their goals? Are we doing good? How you doing? What's up? Tell me if you'd be interested in that because that kind of be fun to have like a group of women that are holding each other accountable for things. And then Blake, he's my husband, so he sees me every day and can help hold me accountable for that. All right, and then I have nourishment. Why do I want it? I want it to feel physically healthier and long term health. Again, same as exercise. And then I also want it because I want less stomach issues. I've had excessive stomach issues this year, and I know that eating good and a good routine will help with that. And then I also want to eat what I want without an emotional response. I don't want food to be this thing that is super complicated and stressful. I want food to be a thing that's just part of life and what you do to survive. And I can also enjoy it and not have it be crazy upsetting. So, SMART goals, specifics: eat 100 grams of protein or more a day, eat at least 3 vegetables per day, which honestly I think that's kind of far fetched that I'll eat 3 vegetables per day. I think it's probably more likely that I will eat 2 vegetables per day, like one as a snack and one for dinner. But, a girl can dream. Eat at least 1 fruit per day, pack a lunch for days not at home, grocery shop on Sundays with a meal plan and list, and utilize the Notion meal planner. All right, measurable. So I'm going to measure, it's kind of hard to measure eating, but I'm going to basically like measure my protein intake by tracking my macros. Moving on, realistic, I will talk badly and I will feel the urge to binge eat. And that doesn't mean I'm failing. I need to take baby steps of getting better because this is an eating disorder. I'm not just going to be like, I'm going to not hate myself for it and stop. Take steps. And then time is the long term, same thing as exercise. It's a long term goal. I'll focus on it quarterly. I want to have it be at the end of March. I have a much better, healthier relationship with food. What habits do I need to make this an achievable goal? I need to meal plan. I need to grocery shop weekly. I need to eat treats in moderation, not restricting myself from them. That doesn't mean binge eating, but it doesn't mean like yelling at myself for eating more than I thought I should. So like basically getting rid of my food rules. Continue going to therapy and then use an app for eating disorders or like possibly my MindDoc app to track how I'm feeling about myself and my body and my food. And who can help me achieve this goal? Amanda, the podcast, you guys, Blake, my therapist, and an app. And then last but not least is my routine. Why do I want it? I want it to feel energized, to have more productivity, to feel proud and fulfilled of myself, and have lessened brain fog and irritability because that's been my main issue the past like month and a half has been I just feel so empty and no motivation, no drive, and just so depressed, honestly. And like I know having routine will help me with that. And who can help me achieve these goals? Blake, because he sees me daily, and the podcast, because I don't want to be embarrassed. As much as I say, like, being honest and open is a thing, and I will continue to be honest and open. Like, if I'm failing, I will tell you guys, no doubt about it, but, like, it's embarrassing to fail. Like, I want to look like I've got it together and I'm doing good, but, like, that will keep me going by, like, sharing my life on the internet. So let's look at my routine real quick. So I need to edit this because there's not a chance that I'm going to be exercising in the morning, but essentially it's like I'm waking up, making my bed, taking the dog out, doing my meditation and my Bible stuff, and then I'm getting ready for the day, and then I'll eat breakfast, and after that I plan on taking my doggy for a walk. He's sitting right there, so we can't say it, and then either going to work and working, or getting myself together and doing the chores that I need to do, like cleaning out the dishwasher, starting my homework, doing content creation, working out, making dinner, cleaning up the dishes, relaxing, and then doing my nighttime routine, which I feel like I'm actually not going to struggle with my night routine at all. But it's just the morning routine that is so hard because waking up that early is just so difficult. And I know complaining makes me feel bad because Blake literally gets less hours of sleep than I do. And he doesn't complain at all. He just gets up at 5 in the morning and does it. Or like 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, he just does it. I'm like, I need to be more like Blake. So, all right. That was kind of like really direct podcast, but I've just been feeling terrible about myself, and I really want 2023 to be. I just want to not feel bad about myself all the time. Like, I want to love myself again. I want to stop being insecure. I want to just feel better, and I know that those are the 3 things that I need to change in order to do that. And I just want to work on discipline. Like, my word for this year of 2023 is discipline. Like, I'm going to become a disciplined queen. It's going to take a lot of work, and I know I'm going to fail. I know it's going to be hard, but like, that's my goal. I'm going to become a disciplined queen. Okay? Dang. I'm really positive on my outlook for the new year. And I know that if I continue to follow the structure that I've created for myself and work hard to continue to change it and not just be lazy, I'll do good. So, yeah, I just don't want to feel like trash anymore. So, if you guys also are, not even if you're struggling, like, I encourage you, even if you're doing fine, like, reassess what your goals are for the new year. Maybe, like, bring something that you haven't been working on to the front of your attention and move the other thing that you're doing really good at to the back and create SMART goals for them. And I'll share my Notion page so you guys can like look it over and see what I'm up to and all that good stuff. And honestly, like, Notion's kind of difficult to like figure out at first, but once you do it, it's really helpful. And if you guys are interested in creating like an accountability group that I can run, where we meet once a week and like have a group chat, we can share all the stuff that we need for the new year. I think that that would be really great. And whatever it is that your goal is, like, we could all come together. I have a feeling a lot of people's will probably be like exercise and food and routines, because that's like the most common things for people to want to work on. But, you know, it's going to be a group that's focused on doing it in a way that's healthy and sustainable, not something that's in like putting loving yourself at the center of it. So if you guys would be interested in joining like a group of women to do something like that, like, let's do it. I really eventually want to create some sort of program, but I feel like I need to create my own program for myself and follow it through before I do it for anyone else, if that makes sense. So later down the road, I'm going to do that. We'll have some parties, we'll get together, work on ourselves, grow as individuals, whatever. But yeah, let me know if you would be interested in a group for that this year, in this first quarter of the year. And yeah, I'm going to be making like I said, I'm going to keep posting on my Instagram a lot about like my routines and whatever. I think I'll start sharing some of my exercise stuff just to like keep me accountable. I'm going to make a video of me creating vision boards and then a podcast about it as well. I think Amanda said she'll do the podcast with me, but like make a video of me doing the vision board and putting it all together for this new year. And then I'm also going to be posting videos of me deep cleaning the crap out of my house and my life. Like, just getting my phone, myself, my environment, everything ready for the new year so that when I go into the new year, fresh, clean slate on my phone, in my house, and in me. So if you want to see that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting and I know I've said this before, guys, but I mean it this time. I'm going to be posting YouTube videos on Mondays for sure. I might just post on Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever too, but I swear on my life I will post on Mondays every week, and you might get some bonus ones on other days too. But I'll post a podcast every Wednesday, and yeah, I'm excited. Next thing I'm going to make is a content planning calendar and work on that. So if you guys want me to go over that, I can. Don't think people really care about that, but who knows? So thank you so much for watching. And if you came back after my hiatus, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you guys so much. It's encouraging me, and it feels weird that I'm like, oh, I only have 200 followers and blah, 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 no subscribers on YouTube and no, how will I ever grow? How will I ever do this? But like, even if I don't grow, I don't really care. Like, you guys are the ones that care about me and are encouraging me, and this is really fun just to do it with this, and I'm excited, but it wouldn't hurt if I grew a little bit. So if you think that someone else would benefit from this, like, send it to them and tell them that you love it, and hopefully they'll listen and share it with some other people too. Like, I think about our moms. I'm sure a lot of you feel like your moms are people that struggle with body image, food, whatever, all that kind of stuff. And I think they'd benefit from hearing this episode because, you know, a lot of the culture that they see and we see is just super toxic of like extreme stuff that causes us to try really hard on this diet and then fail. And this is not sustainable. Like, do something like this. SMART goals are shown to be more effective, and like focusing on 3-month periods at a time is shown to be more effective. So send this to your mamas, send this to your grandmas, send this to your friends, your roommates. Let them know that you guys want to create these goals together for the new year so you stop feeling like trash and you start feeling good, and you guys can use each other as accountability partners. And me as your backbone. Just kidding, as your helper. I don't know what I am, but anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you next Wednesday. I'll see you on Monday when I post a vlog.